masterpiece right here. Masterpiece at work. How would I even properly start this video, this stream idea? Because it's kind of like the Dragon Ball discussion idea, but it's like a little different. Anyways, so today I wanted to make a live stream talking about Punch Out video game ideas and how a new one can come out. I'm not saying it will come out, but how you could go about making a new one, because this is something. Damn, all this dust. What the fuck? Like on my desk. Like there's way more dust than usual. Actually, what the freak? Okay. Anyways. How was your day today? My day was pretty alright. Anyway, so I was thinking about this last night on my walk. You know, thinking about Punch Out Wii and stuff. You know, thinking about my journey and everything. After I played NES, because, I played Punch Out NES the other day and I couldn't pass, like, Sandman or something, and I was really upset. Well, not upset. Well, yeah, upset, but not, like, omega upset. But, I was just, anyways, that's not the point. I was thinking about it on my walk. And I was like, Nintendo could make a brand new Punch-Out game, but how would it, go about? Because I also see that not a lot of people talk about, Punch-Out new game. When I hear about Punch-Out having a new game or something, it's always some guy going on the internet saying, oh, look, as a rumor or something. A new Punch-Out game. Nintendo's finally going to break the silence on this. Hey, let me get a quick view off the Punch-Out series, when I'm not thinking about it or whatever. What do you think about Big Boy Boxing? I know it's PC game, but it's like Punch-Out. I haven't looked more into it. Ninja Cat, how you doing? I haven't looked more into it, because I've just been fucking around, doing my own thing a little bit. Kind of just eyeballing it. But anyways, so yeah, last night I was thinking about ideas, and I was like, okay, let's start brainstorming ideas. And these are the ideas, right, that I had for Punch Out Wii, right? So, or not just Punch Out Wii, I mean Punch Out in general. Where can the series go from there? Because Next Level Games, I'm gonna be honest, they took what Punch Out NES did and improved everything. The only thing that, if we're gonna go in this style, right? If we're gonna go to the reboot style, these are the things. This is the thing I thought of last night. I thought of 3 different ways we can make a brand new Punch Out game, right? We can go in the bring back Piston Hurricane, okay. Piston Hurricane, yeah, he hasn't been on a mainline console one. It's only been Piston Honda that's been on. I mean, he was on the Super Nintendo in the arcades, but other than that. He hasn't really made another appearance again. Piston Honda is the one that's been making NES and Wii. But anyways, right? So these are the 3 things I thought of when making a brand new Punch-Out game. One, I thought of the NES game, right? If Nintendo is struggling to make any sort of big boy video game, right? This is what I thought of. I thought of, wait, what if Punch-Out? Because I feel like there's some people out there that probably have this idea, right? But if you guys ever heard of Punch Out the Definitive Project or Punch Out the Definitive Edition, right? It is basically a fan-made game in 2018 where you're basically allowed to fight, I think, almost every single fighter from the entirety of the Punch Out series, or almost everyone from the Punch Out series from that fan game, right? Why don't we make a Punch Out game that is exactly like that? Now, what I mean by that is we have the 8-bit style Punch Out come back, but more in a modern sense, not about right, not in terms of Punch Out Wii, but take Punch Out NES and make it brand new. You know what I mean? Give it a brand new look to it. Give it like a 16 or 34-bit style, like improvement looking game. You know what? Not improvement looking game. That's kind of weird me saying that. But what I mean by that is like we need Punch Out Origins game, kind of like Sonic. Yeah, like what? Where's the very first game? But anyways, I'm talking like a better version of Punch Out NES, but like with brand new characters and a brand new final boss. And I feel like since like graphics and everyone's always going crazy about that, Nintendo's like the one company right now that's not really going crazy like that. I feel like this would satisfy some Punch Out fans that love like the NES game but don't like a lot of the future ones due to it like not feeling. And I know Punch Out Wii was the game to kind of give us that like nostalgia of the NES days and stuff like that, right? But I feel like if we got like another 8-bit Punch-Out game to kind of hold us over until like the next Punch-Out Wii game like this comes out, that would be cool. I'd actually really like that because, I love playing like Punch-Out NES. And then you can make it using all the new engines. Think of this Punch-Out game kind of like being like the Mega Man 9, but of the Punch-Out series. You know what I mean? Like it does what Mega Man 2 did for the Mega Man franchise, but it's like a good nostalgia. And that's kind of what Punch-Out Wii did again. But I feel like if we can get an 8-bit like Punch-Out game, that would be fucking cool. I would actually really like to see another attempt at an 8-bit Punch-Out game, like an old school 8-bit Punch-Out game. But these are the things I would do for it, right? I would make only one character returning, and then everybody else is brand new, right? Even the final boss is brand new, and the final boss for this game / secret boss for this game can be like they already did Donkey Kong and Mike Tyson, so I was thinking, and Nick Bruiser, the guy who disappointed everybody. I'm thinking like maybe like the secret boss, the dream fight for this game can be like another really good boxer. Why don't we just throw in another really famous IRL boxer, right? The dude who, you know what? That'd be cool. Like the dude who beat Mike Tyson all those years ago, we have him be the final boss. That would be cool. If they try to make a new Punch-Out game, they would make millions, but they are refusing a game that will make that much money, which is sad. Well, I'll talk about that too, and like my theory on why they haven't made one. But anyway, so that would be cool. I feel like put Floyd Mayweather or somebody very interesting like from the boxing scene in there, to kind of like, hey, they're doing the same thing they did for the NES game, or bring in like an interesting boss from the video game world that like would box, like have like, I don't know, maybe like Bowser be the secret boss, or some other Nintendo character that's pretty well known, and have them be a secret boss. Get them in the ring. That would be kind of cool, because when DK hit this game, that was one of the coolest secret bosses I've ever seen. And I would love to see that type of energy again in the guy who first beat Tyson was Buster Douglas. Yeah, Buster Douglas, right? That would be an interesting idea, kind of a twist, right? He hears Little Mac beat Mike Tyson, and he's like, okay, buddy, let's see if you can beat me. The dude who outlasted Mike Tyson back in his heyday. And since, Little Mac fought Prime Mike Tyson, fighting Prime Buster Douglas would be like an interesting kind of twist on Punch-Out. This game called like not Punch-Out NES 2, but just Punch-Out 2. That would be interesting. Have like another game like that. But that was like for the NES / the, if they ever made like a game for that 8-bit style. They make like an 8-bit style for the modern consoles. But they also have like that. And then the modes for that would probably be like, and no more passwords for the game. Like it will just save your game, not probably after every other fight, kind of like how we did with career mode. And then you just go through that over and over again. And then you get like a mini sub mode or something like that, where it allows you to do all the bosses again with timers, and you got mini challenges, kind of like how we did it, and that you can do it like that, but it's like in 8 bits form, not like modernized form like Punch-Out Wii was. And then this was the second game I thought of in terms of Punch Out, but for Super Nintendo. So if you remember Punch Out on the arcade, like Arcade Punch Out, Super Punch Out Arcade, and then Super Punch Out for the Super Nintendo, when Nintendo decided to go back to that idea of making Punch Out more like the arcade games. And I know this arcade like style Punch Out game, not a lot of people like Super Punch Out, but I'm just saying, what if they made another one of these and gave it like a second chance at redemption? Like they make another game that's like Super Punch Out. You know what I mean? Where the main character in question has more moves or just as many moves as the rest of his opponents, right? And maybe this game would be like, I can't believe Tyson knows about his Pete. I can't believe Tyson knows about this Punch Out 2 game, but for some reason he's also foreshadowing it too. Maybe Nintendo shut him up for some reason. Yeah, maybe. But like for this game, we can go back to Punch Out for the Super Nintendo and we can bring new foes. Or what we could do is actually just have a remastered package. Actually, you know what? This would be a cool idea. I just thought of this. What if we had like a Punch Out remaster combo pack, right, for a video game? Hold my thoughts on that new Super Punch Out style game, right? So basically, what I mean by this is like every Punch Out game that you've ever played is bundled into one. The ultimate Punch Out, like I would call it. I don't know what I would call it, but I think I would call it every Punch Out in one, right? And it's basically a game where it has Punch Out Arcade, Super Punch Out Arcade, you know, Punch Out for the NES, arm wrestling, right? What is it? Super Punch Out for the Super Nintendo / Punch Out for the NES. You got that one, right? And the Super Nintendo one, like I said. And then you got like other games in between that, and also Punch Out Wii, all in one big package, right? And they sell that, you know, for a good 20, 30, 40 bucks for anyone that wants to get into the entirety of Punch Out, and they have it all on one cartridge. So think about like all the Punch Out games on a single cartridge, right? That would be dope, because just think about it. Think about it for 5 minutes. Every single Punch Out game, kind of like a 3D All-Stars collection, but for every single Punch Out game would be on here, right? I think that would be cool. And for anyone that wants to get into the series, they don't have to buy like the Nintendo Wii. They don't have to buy any of the older consoles just to play all of the games, you know, and go at it again and shit. I think that would also be another cool idea for a Punch Out game, is just kind of bring every single Punch Out game to one console, because I know there's a lot of people out there that want to get into older stuff, but they don't want to buy like the previous hardware for it, because, you know, like the new hardware that it's on right now currently will make the game run better and all this other sort of stuff. And another game idea I have is bring back hold on, let me read the comment here. Do you think they aren't making a Punch Out game because of the controversial characters and the woke agenda? Nah, if they did it in Wii, they can do it now, Aaron. Yeah, for real, they could do it now. They could do a new Punch Out now. Honestly, I don't think Nintendo's afraid of like a woke agenda. I'm watching video Punch Out Knockoffs Part 1, and I'm watching your stream. Yeah, that's the thing. Punch Out Knockoffs, I was actually talking about them, but Punch Out Knockoffs don't give me that same energy as Punch Out does. For some reason, they don't give me that same like oomph, because I know it's a knockoff. You know, it's not the real thing. But another idea for a Punch Out game is, and everyone's had this idea, but since this game Punch Out Wii is the best Punch Out game we've ever received, it takes everything that the NES did and, you know, improves upon every little thing. why not bring the Wii version of Punch-Out back and put it on Nintendo Switch 2 or Nintendo Switch 1, whatever Nintendo Switch console. Give it like a shiny new coat of paint, like HD, rev all the models up even more again. Keep everything else the same, and it's like, dude, you can rebundle this for a good $50, but also add even more modes. Like add an online so people can like have an online leaderboard thing for this game, like the arcade punch outs. Add a little bit more rewards and challenges to stuff when you want to unlock more things. Add more secret bosses and stuff like that. Like, for example, not just DK and Final Stand, but they also kind of change it around and make it, like, different. Because I know Nintendo, when they want to make a remake for something nowadays, they want to add something to it. They don't want to just re-release the same game without adding something to it. So this is, like, my idea for them to add something to it. I would want them to add... for Punch-Out Wii, if they got a deluxe version of Punch-Out Wii that they're going to redo and resell and stuff and make people want to get it and stuff like that. I would like brand new fighters. Or maybe an alternative story mode. 2 career modes. You have the original career mode, and then you have a new career mode that continues the story of Little Mac, right? But instead of, like, this takes place, like, after his retirement, right? Or this can just say, hey, this is just continuing off from after Wii, you know, after contender mode of Wii. And we get brand new... And we get a brand new story mode with brand new characters to fight. And then for Little Mac's Last Stand, you aren't just fighting 13 fighters. You're fighting quadruple that. And then you also have title defense for that set of fighters. So, for example, what I mean by like a new Punch-Out game, right? Or the new contender mode for this version of Wii. How easy is Glass Joe compared to Disco Kid? Glass Joe would get bodied by Disco Kid. At least Disco Kid actually can hit you in the first 40. In contender mode in this game, they did an homage to what he was in NES and doesn't hit you. Anyways, what do I mean by these contender modes, right? So, I noticed, you know, like I said, the one thing earlier that I said about the possible new Punch-Out Wii game or Punch-Out NES game, you know, you put new characters in. Punch-Out Wii brought a lot of old characters back, but not a lot of new ones. And I'm like, okay, they can kill 2 birds with 1 stone with this. Not only they re-release this and keep the career and title defense from this game, it's all the same, right? But they have a new career mode with some fighters from Super Punch-Out making a comeback, like Super Punch-Out NES, to get them a new, brand new look in 3D. And I'm talking only some, not like Nick or Rick Bruiser, but I'm talking like Noctis Prince. I'm talking like Gabby J. I'm talking like, you know, characters that don't make an appearance. You know what I mean? In 3D, you throw them in here. Some Super Punch-Out arcade opponents like Pizza Pasta, freaking Piston Hurricane can come back and stuff like that. And that would be awesome. Have a brand new career mode with fighters that haven't made the jump to 3D or haven't been in another game after the arcade games or Super Punch-Out for the Super Nintendo, and you can throw it in as a second career mode, like a bonus for Little Mac, because Little Mac's never fought these guys, or maybe they can get a new look before Super Punch-Out, because a lot of people say Super Punch-Out would be, what is it? Super Punch-Out, they, Mad Clown, Piston Hurricane, Masked Muscle. Yeah, exactly. You can bring some of these guys that didn't get a 3D appearance and make them have a more, memorable comeback by having them in this game. You know what I mean? Give those Super Punch-Out for the Super Nintendo characters something like they could be remembered by. And since, you know, not a lot, well, and a lot of people did play Super Punch-Out for the Super Nintendo, but you get what I mean. Like, they can come back, they can be in 3D, they can have brand new moves in this hypothetical second contender mode, or second or the second mode, and that can be the new thing for Punch-Out Wii, the new gimmick. Or the gimmick, I use this from another person's YouTube video, in terms of it anyway, but you can use the Joy-Cons to punch, right? You can use the Joy-Cons, kind of like the Wiimote and Nunchuk, but you can use the Joy-Cons to make you punch, do uppercuts, like star uppercuts and stuff, and so on and so forth, kind of like the Wii game. So that would probably be the gimmick, is something with the new Joy-Cons or whatever, or, make you feel like you're fucking swinging, kind of like how he did in the Wii game. And would I give this version of Punch-Out Wii, like 2 title defense, 2 career modes? I think what I would actually do is I would throw those guys into career mode, give you guys, like, pretty much 1 or 2, maybe 3 people, like, as an extra to make the circuit a little bit bigger. Because I know, like, in the minor circuit, it was kind of small, like, with 4 to 5 opponents, which makes sense, right? But, like, you can throw them into, like, contender mode, like the original contender mode, and just throw them in to spice up contender mode, right? And also, for title defense, I also noticed this, right? Title defense in Punch-Out Wii, you fight all the same fighters in the exact same order. What I would do to change this from the Wii version is I would mix around everybody in title defense, so they all have different orders. Like, for example, Super Macho Man's in the fucking minor league. Not like in a random, but let's say that Super Macho Man fell off, from fighting after getting his ass kicked again in title defense by Little Mac. But he's still trying to box, and, all these other boxers just beating his ass, same people he's seen before, other people he haven't seen before, and it's like, dude, that would be freaking cool, to see Super Macho Man in the minor league, or, like, title defense version of all these guys are swapped around. It isn't the same order like it was in contender mode. Title defense, the order is different, and maybe instead of, again, the same fighters getting harder versions, you get a brand new set of fighters. And these guys are tougher than what you did in contender mode. Or you can do, like, I think that's also a great change, is that, title defense mode can be different. It's a brand new type of feel of a game where it's like, okay, you got 13 to 12 brand new fighters, right? And for title defense, I think that would be cool for Punch-Out Wii Deluxe or Punch-Out Wii Ultimate. You know what I mean? Like, it can be the ultimate Punch-Out experience if you just do that, and then also have new cutscenes for each of the fighters, This would be cool, too. I think I would add this. But, for example, you know how they need a Macho Man, like Macho Man in Super Punch-Out? Because Super Punch-Out, all his attacks is a combo, and you're required to block all 4 of his jabs. Yeah. That would be cool. But get this, right? So everyone hears about Little Mac, right? And before you fight them, not only you would get, like, the still image cutscenes that you would get before the fight, which were really cool, but you would also hear that, what? Mac beat who? Nah. It's time for me to beat his ass. But in actual cutscene form, instead of, like, what they had in Wii with the still images. Not gonna lie, the animated, the drawn out images, those were badass. I love those. With the little music and it's showing exactly what it needs to be in like 5-10 seconds before the match starts. I would love cutscenes with that type of energy. Like, for example, what Mac beat, Mac's muscle? Impossible. Time to show him the bogus. You know what I mean? Like, Super Macho Man reacts. There's other characters that react to the previous person being beaten, by Little Mac. And they're afraid, or they're either afraid or they accept the challenge that Mac's about to give them and stuff like that. That would be also another cool way they can handle it. And then the training cutscenes, like, all of them can be different from one another. You know what I mean? All of them can be, like, unique. Since this budget's not going to be mega big, but it's going to be pretty big. You know what I mean? And they can use the same graphics as Punch-Out Wii for most of them. And then the cutscenes can pretty much, actually, you wouldn't even need new cutscenes if this is going to be like a remake / remaster, other than like Doc Lewis maybe saying, hey, come on, Mac, let's get ready for the next challenger, or let's get ready for the next circuit, He says the same thing, but like the training cutscenes are like a little different. They're different from Wii, so like you get some type of expectation from that. Mac speaking would be dope. That would be cool. because his voice actor, that'd be kind of dope. Give him like a new voice or same voice, and also maybe age up Mac a little bit. If we're gonna go the brand new game route anyway. But I think that's what I would do for Punch Out Wii for a definitive edition. Add new characters, add the Joy-Cons as like a playable style, right? And also like change title defense and contender mode to add more characters from the series that didn't get a 3D introduction, like Piston Hurricane, Max Muscle, Mad Clown, Noctis Prince. You know what I mean? The dude, the fucking weird, the old man with the staff. You get him. I keep forgetting his name, but you get some of these guys in the ring again, and that's a great contender mode right there. With even more fighters, with even more things to do in contender mode, even more fights. And then the secret boss can still be Donkey Kong. It can still be Donkey Kong, but we can add on to it and maybe throw in King K. Rool, as well, right? More Punch Out. Yeah, I'm making like a Nintendo discussion video, so I haven't done one of those in forever. Anyways, you know what I want? 2 announcers like in Punch Out, except they don't talk for every attack. They just say things like Star Punch and Knockdowns, also talking about the opponents before a fight. Yeah, that'd be cool. More Punch Out? Yeah. We need more realistic stuff in the new Punch Out, like make Mac an eligible age of 18. Yeah, but then it'd be a little different from the Wii one if we're gonna do this all in the rebundled package of the Wii game. You know what I mean? If it's gonna be this game again, but like we're adding tons of new content to it to make it like a fresh experience, a more unique experience than the original, then I would do just that. And this can also kind of fall in line with a possible Punch Out reboot too, where it's like the entire the gameplay, don't change it. The entirety of contender mode has completely brand new opponents with no one coming back other than maybe Disco Kid. Contender and title defense, and then with the same new 12, 13 fighters. Then you have title defense where you do another set. But the thing I would change, right, that this game kind of did, was I would have the dream fight after you beat everyone in contender mode or title defense mode, and just be able to rematch them infinitely until you get everything down, instead of like having to reset the console every time you lose or something like that to him. ARMS had all the personality it needed, but lacked too much serious substance and ended up feeling like a proof of concept or a tech demo. Yeah, I know a fan game that has King K. Rool in Punch Out. Yeah, I'm like, King K. Rool would be an awesome addition. Like, it would be an awesome secret boss. But I would do something different. Not have, like, Donkey Kong characters, like, be secret bosses. I would probably have, like, maybe, like, Mario or Bowser be a secret boss. Bowser putting up the dukes would be kind of cool. Like, the opposite of DK, in this brand new hypothetical Punch Out, But, what is there was unlockable to Switch Glass Joe with Gabby J. Dude, that would be cool. Like, throwing in, that'd be cool. Like, throwing in Gabby J, Glass Joe, Gabby J, Glass Joe, like a Switch type thing. After you defeat him, of course. That'd be cool as like a little throw-in. Bowser as a fight? Yeah, Bowser is like the secret fight for this hypothetical Punch Out Wii, like an even crazier secret boss than Donkey Kong. That would be cool. But anyways, let's move on, right? Well, actually, no, let's not move on, because this Punch Out Deluxe version has a lot of potential to be even crazier than the Wii one, right? Not only we're gonna have the same cutscenes, but we're also gonna have fighters from Super Punch Out make a comeback and return. The gimmick is still like having the Switch stuff be more of a gimmick, or Switch 2 gimmick be a part of the game as the gimmick, so that way it can come back. And Nintendo, I'm just saying, these are cool ideas. Use them. They could do something with Glass Joe and having him be a surprise late game boss with a lot of training behind him. Yeah, kind of like how he was in Title Defense, where he got that confidence from having the headgear and stuff. That would be cool. But I would like a crazy secret boss, something nobody expects, right? Because after Donkey Kong, anybody can be on the table, it feels like. Obviously, but you gotta be like a dude, because it'd kind of be weird if Little Mac was kind of punching out a girl. You know what I mean? So, like, I remember when they said, we want Peach to be a secret boss in this game. And yeah, thank God they changed it to Donkey Kong. But anyways, it's gotta be like some type of dude. I don't know. Bowser just feels too similar. I want to go like a Nintendo franchise no one would ever think would be in a Punch-Out game. Like, I don't know, fucking Ganondorf. You fight literally the incarnation of darkness, you know, or one of the biggest powerhouses of darkness, and you see him put on the Dukes. That'd be funny. Or something serious, something funny, something crazy. Cap T Enclave. Hey, welcome back to the channel, man. I want Mario to throw his hat in the crowd and it will land on Soda Pop's head, and the fight he can uppercut in the 1985 Mario song rhythm. Hey, that's up. Listen, Mac, you're gonna die. Pizza Pasta, hint Mach-Chan or Nick Bruiser as secret guy. The thing is, I don't know if I would have Nick Bruiser as a secret, because a lot of people kind of hated Nick and Rick Bruiser in Super Punch-Out as kind of disappointments. But I think for the other secret guy other than Donkey Kong that you can unlock in Last Stand, you know, and maybe change DK to be like the final fight in Title Defense, and then the secret boss that you can do in Last Stand can be someone completely brand new. Like, they can swap it around to where DK is going to be like the dream fight, the secret fight at the end of Title Defense, kind of like how the NES game was. And then you unlock Little Mac's Last Stand, where you fight all the fighters multiple times, just like last time. But either you can completely throw in new fighters, or you can just, do that. What do you call a caveman fart? I don't know. But anyways, that's how I feel about Punch-Out Wii. They can do so much to expand this game into like a deluxe edition. And yes, that means you'd probably have to pay $60, $60, $70 for this. And also having next level games do it again, and also see this game and be like, we can improve this. That would be cool. Having next level games be on the Punch-Out project again. But I think a lot of people, right, like they love Punch-Out Wii, and they would love a port so more people can play this game. But I feel like more Punch-Out fans would probably prefer like a brand new game instead of a remake, because they already know Nintendo's on that remake hype train right now with Thousand Year Door, Super Mario RPG remake, and other things. One thing Punch-Out 2 on Switch should release with, a port of Punch-Out Wii. Now we're fucking talking. Maybe they'll have another tie-in boxer. Maybe. That would be cool. Yo, I like your fucking thinking, Time Matt. I love your fucking thinking. Like, that's what I wanted, okay? I'm going to explain this real quick, because this relates. So, I remember when I messaged Nintendo about Super Mario RPG Remake, I told them to include the original Punch-Out not the original Punch-Out. I mean, like, the original Super Mario RPG, so people can get the original experience and the new experience in one game. You can still call it Super Mario RPG Remake, but at the end, once they beat the game, beat Smithy, they unlock the original game. That would be cool. So for Punch-Out 2, beat at least Contender Mode or something to unlock Punch-Out Wii. This game right here with everything, no changes. That would be dope for Punch-Out 2. That's like probably the first thing I would want from Punch-Out 2, is to have Punch-Out Wii be in there, so that way it's not like stuck on old hardware. It's brought over. Too bad the Mike Tyson license is gone. Yeah, too bad, so we can't use him. I would actually ask, imagine if the last fighter in Punch-Out was Bowser. That would be dope. We mentioned that too, actually. I think it's a very cool idea, yeah. But this is for Punch-Out 2, right? Since Punch-Out Wii is easily the best thing, you take that game, you put in new boxers, right? With new training cutscenes, right? And you make it, you add on to the Contender Mode by adding more fighters, more unique fighters that are different, so that way it can stand out. Oh, Madeline, hey, how you doing? Guys, I just got an idea. All Nintendo Punch-Out games on one, like Ace Attorney Trilogy. I mentioned that earlier, actually. Like, all the Punch-Outs in one would be good. How about you? I've been doing great. I actually finished Punch-Out Wii not that long ago, and now, like, I kind of want another one because I just love the game. What if they got Boxing Matt from Wii Sports Boxing? If they got Matt from Wii Sports to come in as a secret fighter, that would be funny. That would actually be funny. To kind of do like, oh, Matt from Wii Sports, you know, the dude that everyone, as like a joke, as a meme, would be like, no way, it's freaking Matt from Wii Sports. Or I have an idea, if they were to update, they could do Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. I don't think anybody would want to see Jake in a Punch-Out game. That would probably be too much. That'd probably be cursed. That's awesome. That is awesome, huh, Madeline? Being able to beat this game, putting it down, beating this game. Jake Paul would die. Dude. Yeah, I don't know if anyone would want to see Jake Paul in a Punch-Out game. I think people would actually cringe up. But anyway, so for this Punch-Out 2, other than like the new fighters in contender mode, and then you also have, you know, the title defense fights for... What's up, Brittany? How you doing? You also have like the title defense, the harder versions of these new fights. Guys like Soda Pop need an Ivan Drago costume if you beat all contender achievements for him. That'd be dope. I just want to see Jake get punched. I guess fair? I don't know. But anyways, so we have title defense, and then I think we should have like two new modes or something. Where it's like, we get title defense, but maybe we can get, like, high score mode for Punch-Out. You know, kind of like the old days where you have a high score meter in the middle, kind of like Punch-Out NES. And, like, you play through the game again, but it's, like, more of, like, a high score thing. Like, you're after a high score, certain high scores. And this is how the online functionality for Punch-Out 2 can happen. But for all these opponents, you can get online achievements and kind of go against... You know, you can go against your friends or other Switch friends, or just have a big-ass leaderboard for Punch-Out 2 and have people, like, max out on the leaderboard and try their best to get, the highest score. That can be a cool little side mode right there for the game. They can just add, like, a fucking meter or, like, a high score meter and shit like that. That'd be dope. I want to see him getting demolished by Bear Hugger. Bear Hugger would be funny against Jake Paul. I would lose hope in humanity if Skibidi Body Toilet is any fighter because the craze of Jan Alpha and Skibidi Toilet. Thank God I barely grew up with an iPad. Oh, for rock. Party mode. Play as the enemy and fight as an opponent. One person is Glass Joe and the other is Sandman. Yeah, kind of like the Punch-Out, I want Mike to win. Everyone wants Mike to win. Bucket. Like Matt, they could use a new Punch-Out to dig up a lot of old unused Nintendo characters, especially considering Punch-Out is old itself. Yeah, exactly. Punch-Out has a lot they can bring to the table for new fighters, right? Like, as contender matches, you can have you can have some of the wildest boxers, right? In Punch-Out, right? And that's the cool thing about Punch-Out, and that's the thing I love about it compared to, like, other, like, because I remember, you know, my dad and other people were talking about other boxing games that I could play, and it's like, I don't know, that's the thing about Punch-Out that I love, is that they have the goofiest and wackiest characters being a part of it, you know, and they all come to so much to life in this game, right? And it's like, if Punch-Out, this is the thing I think would be a great idea for Punch-Out 2, right? I think they should make this, like, the Nintendo boxing game, and what I mean by that is like, you don't just throw in Punch-Out characters, right? And this is going to kind of be like Smash Bros. But for the Punch-Out games. But you can throw in different Nintendo characters. Like, Little Mac puts up the Dukes against Pit. Little Mac, like, let's do the whole Donkey Kong thing. But for the whole game. That would truly be wild. You have Pit. You have Mario. You have Bowser, you have freaking Captain That would be a dope-ass secret boss, guys. And you guys can't lie, that would be dope. Captain Falcon as a fighter. Oh, that is good right there. Captain Falcon. And you have to make sure you dodge his Falcon punch at a good time because that's going to be fast. That would be cool. That'd be a cool way to kind of bring back the character Captain Falcon that's not just in Smash Bros. You know what I mean? That would be dope. And I know everyone's fucking cool with it. Falcon Punch. Yeah, exactly. That would be dope, man. That would be a dope idea right there. Like, instead of just Glass Joe, Von Kaiser characters we've seen before, all Nintendo characters are coming in this bitch. You got one from Pokemon. You got one or two from the Mario series. You got freaking, you got some from F-Zero, aka Captain Falcon. You got some from the Zelda series. You got some from different Nintendo IPs can be the fighters for contender mode. And then also harder versions that can be title defense. You know what I mean? And then Last Stand can be some of the biggest and baddest like villains of all time. Like you go in the ring with Bowser, then you go into the ring, or you start with Ganondorf, you go in the ring with Ganondorf, then you go into the ring with Ridley, then you go in the ring with Bowser. And I know you can do all these possibilities in Smash Brothers, but wouldn't Last Stand be so cool if Little Mac went up against all of the big bads, or some of the most iconic big bads that Nintendo's ever fucking had? And then mainly contender and title defense would be like some of the good guys and maybe some of the iffy guys. But then Last Stand would be the bad guys, like Bowser over there, like Ganondorf, like fucking you name it. And they will be in that Last Stand circuit with brand new moves, or just a brand new third mode where it's like even more difficult than title defense for any of the hardcore fans, you know, and then they get to fight Nintendo's big bads. I think that would be dope for like a Punch-Out game. But hold on. The Falcon Punch and Punch-Out, oh my god. That would be one of the wildest things. And kids would be hyped as fuck to do Falcon Punch if they get to experience that. And then they get to have memories of like, dude, what dude are you stuck on? Dude, I'm stuck on Captain Falcon, bro. I haven't been able to beat that man since like I got the game. Dude, no way. I've been stuck on fucking Mario. He's been freaking one-upping me the whole game. Do you want Mike to win the battle? I want Mike to win. That'd be dope. But we need the dog from Duck Hunt. But it would be okay because animal cruelty does not exist in Nintendo video game world because Donkey Kong was in the last one. Yeah, but I would kind of keep it like with the same energy and kind of like, you know, I would not only keep the same energy, but like with Donkey Kong, and kind of just keep like crazier Nintendo characters. Because I don't think anyone would be hyped for Duck Hunt being a boss fight or even a secret boss fight in the game. Like if this is going to be like the Nintendo All-Stars but for Punch-Out, instead of having like some Punch-Out characters from Wii or Super Nintendo, just bring like Nintendo characters and have it be like the ultimate Punch-Out experience while you're at it. Just boxing up Nintendo characters from different and more popular IPs. I think multiple people would actually get into the game. This would probably get people to buy the game because of that. Like think about it. They see that they hear the new Punch-Out game has Link. Okay, Zelda fans are going to check this out. One of the Mario characters that they randomly choose is in this new Punch-Out game. Oh shit, let me check that out. Donkey Kong makes a comeback, has a rematch fight with you. Okay, that's interesting. He was the final boss in Wii. There is so much they could do for this new Punch-Out game. And then the challenge modes can unlock even more shit. Like, for example, you can get, like, a Little Mac skin. Bald Bull gets his Mask X from arm wrestling. That would be fucking cool. That would be a great unlock. It's a part of the Punch-Out series. Yeah, it is. And they can do that. They can have Max Muscle. You know, that can be the returning character, Mask X. Everyone knows who it is already under the mask. And then maybe mid-game he flips off his mask. And he's bull, bitch, and then bull charges your bitch ass. That would be cool. I think that would be dope for like an unlockable, or maybe somewhere in contender mode, other than like some of the Nintendo All-Stars. You know, that would be dope. I think that would be cool. But the unlockables would be even cooler. Like, not only you would unlock soundtracks like you would in Punch-Out Wii's unlockables for challenge mode, but you would not only unlock that, but you would also unlock, maybe you can unlock the other Punch-Out games if you do the challenges, right? Like, let's say this. One of the challengers, if you do either all 3 stars or one of the stars, you can get a reward. You can get a basic reward if you do 1 star. You can get a little bit better reward if you do 2 stars. And then the best reward if you do 3 stars, right? Not in the same match, but if you just get them all. right? You can unlock Punch Out on the NES. You can unlock Punch Out Wii. You can unlock Super Punch Out. You can unlock all that shit and put it in one big ass cartridge. And I think that would actually be a good reason for people to sort of go out. Or maybe you can unlock at least one of the Punch Out games through clearing Contender mode. Like if you beat Contender mode, you can unlock Punch Out Arcade. And then if Punch Out Arcade and Super Punch Out Arcade. And then for title defense, you can unlock Punch Out NES and Super Punch Out. And then if you go, let's say 5 fights in Last Stand or High Score mode, right? We can actually add High Score mode to the mix. And then Last Stand, right? High Score mode. If you beat the game again in High Score mode, excuse me, you would unlock, Punch Out Wii if you beat the game in High Score mode. And then Last Stand, you would get one more new challenger, one extra one. Even though they already fucking did the unthinkable, after beating High Score mode, you get one more fighter. Or I think after a few fights of Last Stand, you get one more fighter that you can just fight one other time at a time. Genius, you would 100% beat Punch Out 2, you'll get Wii, and it keeps going. You're smart. It's like I beat Ace Attorney on DS because I gave you posters every time you beat a level. Yeah! And it's like, dude, you can unlock so many things, and then maybe as well when you're going through the game, by beating people in these circuits or beating the challenges, you can unlock Little Mac, and the opponents can have customizable things. So, for example, like clothing. Ow, fuck. Fucking tripped into my mini fridge a little bit. So you can have clothing, like for example, Mac's gloves go different. If you guys remember Sonic Colors Ultimate when they had customizables, this can also be another good thing, like in between the game. You can customize Little Mac's gloves. You can give him the 8-bit Little Mac gloves from Punch Out NES. You can give him, the Super Punch Out gloves from Super Punch Out, or the same gloves from Punch Out Wii, and give, have holes, like Mac gets skins, and then the opponents can get costume changes, like different colors for their clothing, or you get like little little things, like you could have like a little collectibles thing, like Great Tiger's headpiece, his little turban, or Super Macho Man saying Super Macho Man. And not only that, but you can unlock music through this way. You can unlock the music in the game or music from the different franchises. And then this is something else from Smash Bros. You can have a biography for all the characters from all the Punch-Out games. So, you unlock the biography as well after you beat the Contender mode. And this biography opens up for all the games in order. Like Glass Joe, Von Kaiser, freaking King Hippo, Piston Honda. So they get, a little bit of a mention, and they're a little description, kind of like Smash Bros. When you go through the trophies, and you can get that as something. And that would be the ultimate Punch-Out experience. Imagine not only being able to duke out all these guys in Punch-Out, right? Or in Smash Bros., but you get to do it in the Punch-Out style. That would be dope. I think Louis would be even interested in that bitch. Imagine fighting Super Mario as little Mario. He's smaller than Mac. He'd be the smallest fighter, but his hooks, or his jumping capabilities allows his punches to be super strong or something. That would be dope. Maybe fight Luigi. He can be kind of the coward fighter, kind of like Glass Joe. That would be fucking dope. I would love that. But anyways, let me sit back down and talk about this. We should get a new Punch-Out mobile app like Pokemon Go and Monster Hunter. That would be cool. I'd like that. Guys, remember, the letter that Mike Tyson's Punch-Out came with, that Mike wrote, do something similar as the first thing you see. The letter talked about how to win in life and the game. Yeah, I remember that Mike Tyson message. That's what, it kind of stuck to me when rewatching Designing For's video for Designing for Intimidation, Punch-Out NES. When Mike Tyson made that letter, and sent it out to fans, or they got it sent out online. That hit. I remember that's what kind of kept me motivated too to do Punch-Out Wii. But what do you guys think Punch-Out 2 would add, basically be the same game as this? Graphics enhanced, music enhanced, all the fighters are Nintendo All-Star fighters from different Nintendo IPs. So not only Punch-Out's making money, but the different IPs from like the Mario franchise is going to be making money, and other video game franchises can make money. And instead of just... Where is it? Instead of just them being able to make money from Smash Bros, they can do this type of style too. So they have like kind of like a backup. And then you know what? Just for the badass cool factor, fuck it. Let's just say this. Little Max, instead of Little Max Last Stand, I would change it to Little Max Dream Fight. And the secret fighter, the final secret fighter, would be a rematch against this hypothetical Mike Tyson, right? This Mike Tyson never lost to anybody. He didn't lose to was it Buster Douglas? Douglas Buster? Bruiser Douglas, something, right? He never lost to him. This is a Mike Tyson. Right? This is a Mike Tyson that's never lost. This is something Little Mac dreams of, right? The impossible fight with Dynamite Kid. And I mean the impossible fight. But this is like a hypothetical Mike Tyson. Since it is a dream, it's Little Mac dreaming of this fight. And it would be you versus Mike Tyson in 3D. Now, I don't care what version of Mike Tyson you use. Like, for example, like, obviously it's going to be a three-dimensional thing. And obviously get Mike Tyson on board for the project so he can say, I want to be in this. Because obviously you got to pay the man to be in something. So that's going to be like where a lot of the money is going to go. Because he's an expensive-ass motherfucker. You could put in his current incarnation where he's at the age he is right now, like 50 plus, and you give him that look. Or you can give him his young look and the way, he never stopped fighting for all those years, this hypothetical Mike Tyson, and have him be Little Mac's Dream Fight. Or something even crazier. And also this could be like an homage to Punch-Out NES, because Punch-Out NES, or Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, for the for the NES, meant a lot to a lot of kids around the world. And that game was possibly a lot of people's first boxing game. So what better to homage Little Mac's Dream Fight to just fighting Tyson again? But you have older Tyson, or you have newer Mike Tyson and stuff. And then not only you get the Nintendo All-Stars with Mario, Bowser, Ridley, all these guys, Ganondorf as fighters, but you also get that final dream fight with Mike Tyson once again. And it would be cool and also you age up Little Mac. We're going to age up Little Mac by like 2-3 years, 2-3 years. He's like 19. And then also you get biographies for characters that weren't in the game, but you also get like an update on what they're doing with their lives. That would be fucking cool. That would be the pinnacle of Punch-Out. I think everybody would love this Punch-Out 2. Not only you're fighting different Nintendo characters different Nintendo IPs, like the Mario series. You got characters from the Mario series, the Donkey Kong series, the Zelda series. I don't know about Animal Crossing, but fuck it, the Game & Watch series. You can be as serious, or you can be as wacky. And then the game can get DLC. Since we don't talk about DLC, but think about this shit. DLC. We get some of the craziest either IRL boxers as the DLC. What's up, Ruffy? Welcome back. Disco Kid can be swapped with Kid Quick because Kid Quick was Disco Kid's inspiration. Yeah, exactly. But give me a second. For DLC, we could have some of the craziest niggas on the planet. What if we brought, like Smash Bros. With its DLC, what if we brought characters from outside of Nintendo in the fucking ring? They put on dukes. They got brand new moves that you have to learn. And you have to, like, and they're different circuits. They're like, the DLC pack is going to be a circuit of DLC fighters. It's not going to be like, and they're all going to have very, very difficulties. Like, for example, each circuit is going to be, like, easier or harder than the last one, right? But not straight up impossible. And for these DLC fighters, I think for the first circuit, DLC minor circuit, I would want Sonic or something to be a part of it. I know he doesn't box. Oh, actually, no, fuck that. Fuck Sonic. What am I thinking Sonic for the first DLC? Let's throw in Knuckles in that bitch. He's all about punching shit, right? So it's like Knuckles versus Little Mac in a ring, bro. That would be fucking dope. Like, you can't get hit by too much by his hooks. Oh my god, that would be fucking cool for Punch-Out, man. And then, you get your serious fighter. So I don't know who would be a serious fighter, but maybe in DLC some of the dudes from Punch-Out or Super Punch-Out can come back, and throw them in as DLC fighters. And throw them into the ring, as DLC circuits, like it would be Knuckles, Noctis Prince, Pizza Pasta, and Mad Clown for the first wave of DLC right there. That's DLC Circuit 1 right there, those 4. And then DLC Circuit 2 can be like, let's see. DLC Circuit 2. Who would I really want to box up that isn't a part of the game yet? Oh my god. Dude, we can get wild with some of these ideas, bro. Sezzle from Ghost Trick. A ghost would be a cool thing. A ghost would be cool. Pizza Pasta, or should I say Pizza Osborne? Dude, we can get Louis in the ring, bro. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. As a secret, as like a DLC for DLC 2. That would be so fucking cool. Let's see. For a DLC fighter, for pack number 2 for the first fighter, that'd be tough. Because I don't want to reuse multiple characters from the same IPs unless they really need you to cut budget or something or whatever. And depending on how much money this game makes from having multiple different Nintendo characters be in this boxing game. Fuck, dude. Why don't we just throw in, you know what? I know this will be wild, but why don't we just throw in, like, The Rock? I don't know why, but let's throw in some real folk in the DLC, like The Rock. Let's not do anybody cringe. Let's just think of, like, The Rock as the first one. And then we have Nick and Rick Bruiser as the second and third characters. So we got some Super Punch-Out in there. And then we have a returning character from Punch-Out Wii would be Bear Hugger. And that can conclude the circuit for DLC 2. And I think DLC 3 would have to be like Piston Honda, Piston Hurricane, so they both come back. What is it? I would throw in Von Kaiser, and then I would throw in like King Hippo. We got some big boys. Yeah, or like, oh, you know what would be even cooler than that? Maybe for like the 4th DLC, you start throwing in some Street Fighter would be perfect for Punch-Out, because if you remember Little Mac in that Smash 4 trailer one, or Smash Ultimate trailer, when he was actually got Ken in a corner and was boxing him the fuck up, like punching lefts, rights, jabs, and then, Ken knocked him the fuck out of there. A Street Fighter DLC would be dope, where we get Ken Masters, Ryu, I don't know about Chun-Li, but we get like 2 other people from... the DLC can be based on the set IPs. Like, for example, we can get like a Mega Man X thing. Like, Little Mac fights 4 characters from the Mega Man series. It can be from the X series, the Clack series, the Zero series, the Legend series. It can be anyone. And then the Street Fighter DLC circuit, where we fight different fighters from the Street Fighter series. That would be cool, dude. And then, like, I don't know, fucking throw Steve from Minecraft. Get a little wacky with it, since that's what Punch-Out loves to do. is being wacky, with their ideas. You know what I mean? And fuck, that would be dope. Minecraft DLC. We get Steve from Minecraft going like this. Like, he throws up dukes and he starts hitting you with, like, different abilities, like the dirt block. Oh shit, the dirt block. And you gotta duck under and give him a few uppercuts. And I don't know. Wow. I think I like my last idea the best for Punch-Out 2. Like, to have it be more than just Little Mac fighting characters from in his verse. He fights characters from out of his verse. But as, like, or we can do, like, what I said. We can do Punch-Out 2, right? But the DLC is like the Nintendo circuit, where it would be different Nintendo IPs coming in. Like, you would have brand new characters that are mainly strictly Punch-Out universe, and then you would have characters or Nintendo IPs be the DLC, so Nintendo makes a little bit more money from this game and stuff, and then they give you, like, Mike Tyson or something, and then that can also be Punch-Out 2. But I really like Punch-Out 2, where you take all Nintendo IPs and put them in contender mode, title defense, and Little Mac's Last Stand, all as different Nintendo IPs. That would be fucking dope. Guys, we need different Macs. Slugger Mac, OG Mac, and Quick Mac. That would be dope. Different Macs and stuff. Or maybe we have Punch-Out 2 be like about Little Mac's kid or something, like Little Mac Jr., and he's fighting all the kids from all the characters from Punch-Out Wii's kids. But they have completely different fighting styles from their fathers and stuff like that. That would be dope. That'd be like a Punch-Out 3 thing or a Punch-Out 4 thing right there, where it's Little Mac's kid going into the ring with a lot of these older contenders and stuff like that, or the kids of Punch-Out, that would be dope. But I think people still want Mac, for at least a few more years. That's why I was like, Punch-Out 2, having what I said earlier, and then also what I said just now with new characters, and then Punch-Out, like, Nintendo IP characters can be, like, the IP and that and all that. I'm also going to be uploading more Punch-Out videos today, so look out for that in terms of the shorts and stuff. Please watch those, goddammit. Punch-Out Next Generation game would be cool. It would be. Lol, his kid, Disco Kid, would be quick. That sounds funny. Yeah, or Disco Kid, it would be like Dancer Kid or something. Something opposite of Disco. Oh, shit. You know what his name would be? Instead of Disco Kid, it'd be Hip Hop Kid. And, his dance move represents hip-hop dance. That would be cool instead of, like, disco. Like Disco Kid and then Hip-Hop Kid. I know that sounds like Hip-Hop Harry, but Hip-Hop Kid, that'd be cool. And, like, hopefully there's no copyright. And then and then the music's gotta be fantastic. It's gotta fit every single character and all that stuff. And, man, this was a fun stream idea, man. Just, because Hip-Hop Kid, yes! Yeah, Hip-Hop Kid would be perfect for that. They need an easier TD Bowl. They do. If we were to put in, like, 1 or 2 boxers from Punch-Out Wii, I don't know if I would want it to be Bald Bull. I think I'd want it to be, like, Von Kaiser or someone crazy or something, to be honest. Someone to come back from Punch-Out Wii. Because that was the one thing Punch-Out Wii lacked was, like, the new fighters. You know what I mean? So, like, it would be dope if all the characters, had kids. And, like, those kids would be, like, the new and improved fighters. And they wouldn't just use their father's moves, too. They would use, like, one move that their fathers all each had. But the rest is completely unique and stuff. And it's going to be, like, a different vibe if we did the whole kids thing. Little Mac Jr. versus Hip Hop Kid. Next generation version of Little Mac Sr. versus Disco Kid. Yeah, or Little Mac steps in the ring after being done with Smash Bros. To fight these guys again, Guys, not just Prince, he's such a good concept for Punch-Out 2. He would be a good concept, and that's the thing, like, I feel like Punch-Out, like Nintendo, this Punch-Out series, right, this is a message for Nintendo. I feel like Nintendo, if you're going to listen to this, I don't know if you are, if you do, you do, if you don't, you don't. It's whatever. But Punch-Out is a series with crazy potential that you guys are not utilizing. And because you guys aren't utilizing this, there's tons of fan games out there that are making Punch-Out fan games that you could be using the ideas from, or make your own ideas for the next Punch-Out game. I just gave you guys, and Nintendo is also known for not really advancing a series if they don't know how to, right? Because they want to make its own unique new twist. Too bad Punch-Out is being pushed aside for Mario Striker. Yeah, for real. Piece of cake phrase should come back. Piece of cake. Oh, yeah. From Super Punch-Out, piece of cake. Right on. That was cool. I did like it when the new fighter said that shit. It had his lines. But Nintendo, seriously? Oh, and one more thing, an idea. Don't ever replace Doc Lewis. Just don't. Don't even do that. Why? Because Doc Lewis is peaking. Everyone loves Doc Lewis. So keep Doc Lewis and Matt together. Because they are a 1-2 combo team. Oh, and you know what? You can throw this in, but if you remember the WiiWare Doc Lewis's Punch-Out, throw that in there with the deluxe version of Punch-Out Wii. So that way people don't have to fucking mod their Wiis for it. For Doc Lewis's Punch-Out, you can fucking put him in the deluxe version or the ultimate version of Punch-Out Wii right there, or Punch-Out 2 can have this game come in there as a bundle, and then also Doc Lewis's Punch-Out just to throw it in there for the possible Punch-Out 2, so everyone doesn't have to buy a Wii to play the first one. They can see how they adapted upon the first one and say, wow, they did a lot of crazy things in this one, and that they adapted to the next one. That is crazy. That is awesome. That is epic. But seriously, Nintendo, these are ideas that you could actually... Wait, Doc Lewis Punch-Out port? Yeah, dude, like, think about it. That'd be cool, huh? Doc Lewis and Little Mac is one of the best duos in Nintendo. Doc Lewis is beacon. See, Lucas, I opened Lucas' eyes to Doc Lewis and fucking Mac, bro. I love it when I do that with series I really love, is getting other people into it, or, you know, at least having them know about it, because it's so fucking cool. Seeing it, like, you know... Because we're going to, one day, if, you know, if all of us ever met up, possibility, hypothetically, you know, that's something we could fucking sit and talk about for hours on end, is like, yo, remember when you beat Glass Joe? Or not even just me beating Glass Joe, but remember how crazy fucking Von Kaiser was in Punch-Out Wii all those years ago, dude? I'm going to be like, yeah, bro, I remember how crazy that was, you know, if I'm still doing YouTube, where YouTube still exists. By the time, I want to meet up with you, lol. That would be cool. I would love to meet up with some of you guys and shit, but my area is too fucking hot. We would burn alive over there. You know what I mean? No, we would burn alive. I'm probably gonna... I don't know if I would come to your guys' place, but that would be dope. Just to kind of meet up somewhere and shit. But, Nintendo, Punch-Out is such a good series that you're letting sit on the sidelines. Bring back Punch-Out, man. Because the boxing video game scene with WWE and EA just clouding up the scene with their shit games, bring this back. Bring this back. Because Punch-Out will show the boxing world and the fighting game world what the hell is up. You know, that would be fucking dope. And I think, Nintendo, you can do it, man. Because I believe Nintendo Switch 2 should be the console that innovates on its games and not just hugging first IPs or the crazy IPs. I'll read, Aaron, I'll read the comment here in a second, right? I got you, trust me. Because I feel like Nintendo Switch 2 should branch out and re-grab IPs, like dead IPs or IPs they haven't used in a while, and at least give them one more upgraded game. I'm not asking for 2 or 3 games on one console. I'm just asking for one game. And I know it's expensive for Nintendo and all these video game companies to make these games, and that's the reason why Punch-Out hasn't come out yet, is because, you know, it costs a lot of money to make games today. And if we're going to be using today's graphics, you know, with the new Switch 2's graphics possibly, it's going to be a pretty expensive game. And they would have to make all the money back for them to even consider this back on the world. Otherwise it'll just be a dud. You know what I mean? A dud in the mud. And it's like, this can be a perfect game, and then you can make the new Punch-Out game kind of like not an introduction game again, but like, you can make it just like this game, and improve upon, expand upon what the ideas I mentioned in this video. But, it would be dope if you bring this back. And I can see Punch-Out coming back because there's a lot of people that want it back. And I bet it would throw off everybody if the June Direct announced a new Punch-Out, or something like that. That would be one of, if not the craziest things I have seen in a while from you, Nintendo, is a brand new Punch-Out or a remake of Punch-Out NES. I would take that too, or a remake of Punch-Out Wii, or a remake of all the games, but in one. That would be even wilder right there. Just do something with the Punch-Out IP until you can make a brand new Punch-Out game, or you get some of your own ideas or something like that, or whatever. You know what I mean? Bring it back. Show the world that Punch-Out can make it out here in these streets. Show us. Show us again that Punch-Out can live beyond just being a little boxer game, a mini side franchise. Make it one of your bigger IPs like Mario and give it a game every once in a while. Punch-Out fans would appreciate that. We're not going to be like the Mega Man fans where we're just clamoring for one every year. We just want one every few years. You know what I mean? Is that so hard to ask, Nintendo? To be honest with you, that would be just fucking dope, man. I want to have an interview with you on stream, Discord call, or IRL. I don't think I've been interviewed. I don't think I've been properly interviewed before. So that would be cool. I would like an interview, with people. But, people are just so excited just to kind of talk to me that, like, an interview is, like, not even on their mind. Because they don't have, like, a YouTube channel or a podcast they do where they get smaller YouTubers or something on board and they just freaking do it. But that's my new game, my new Punch-Out game discussion. And I felt like today, I just wanted to take some time because I love the Punch-Out series, y'all. I love it to death. And after just playing Wii, it's like, I love it even more, and I want more of it, and it deserves more of it. And I'm not just saying this because, I'm a Punch-Out fan now, and I want more. I really genuinely think that this series deserves at least 1, 2, 3, 4, you know what I mean? Like, all that other sort of stuff. 4 new games, like, that would be dope, man. That'd be dope. Remember me? Zade Zoom. Yes, I do remember you. I am small. My separate channel only has 200 subscribers. That's fine. I don't mind 200, 300, 400, 500. It'd be interesting if I did get interviewed by someone bigger than me. It'd be a weird interview because it's like no one knows who this guy is. You're just interviewing a nobody. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing of an interviews nowadays. You want to interview people that are known to the world in some way, shape, or form. I mean, I guess you could say I am kind of known for like different things, but like not like that known. You know what I mean? You gotta know. Like, people gotta know you on a basis or something crazy like that. But yeah, that's my video, guys. Did you ever think about playing VR on stream? I don't have a VR. That's why I haven't thought about it. Honestly, that's really why I haven't thought about it. But yeah, thank you guys for spending some time today. I don't know if I am going to do like a separate stream because I haven't been really feeling like playing video games on stream for a little bit. Mainly just because, a break, Punch-Out Wii kind of took a lot out of me and just kind of like my thought process right now. But I do have a lot of stuff I can upload in the meantime, so it's not like you guys are not going to have content to watch. And plus, I hit 1,000 videos now, so it's like I've been making 5-6 videos straight every day for like eons, straight. So it's like, that's why I'm kind of feeling like cutting back a little bit. That's why I've been only uploading like 4 videos or 5 videos You don't have to play a game. We can do like interview. No, I know I don't have to play games. I just love, you know, I feel like maybe going in next year we're gonna mix it up a little bit more and do more discussion based videos or more. I don't know about my experience videos because I have 200 of those, 200 something my experience videos, which is insane to say. But I'm gonna start bringing up more Nintendo discussions, more Dragon Ball discussions, and bring back the discussion aspect of this channel and start talking about that type of stuff more, like new game this or what should be the next thing for that, and just make little discussions and stuff, you know. And I think I am gonna bring that back. Have you read the Hip Hip Kid version of Dance Class? Peekin', what do you think? Oh, I'm Hip Hop Kid. My father, Disco Lupin, was peeking, but I'm about to be Peeker. Let's go. Type shit. I don't know why, but that's the end of this video. We should do more Punch-Out discussion. That would be cool, but I don't want to, like, I'm already oversaturating this channel with Punch-Out Rage comps and my Punch-Out Wii series. So it's like I'm already getting a lot of Punch-Out content already. This is just adding to the pile of Punch-Out content I'm putting on this channel. So, you know, like, what could I discuss? A possible Mike Tyson return other than what I did here? I don't know what I would want to discuss other than what I just did right here for Punch-Out. I think what I am going to do is I'm going to play a ROM hack called All New Punch-Out, where it's like another Punch-Out skin ROM hack, where it's like, it's the same fighters all the way up to Mac, you know, but it's like a ROM hack type shit. Like another Punch-Out ROM hack video would be cool. Another my experience with Punch-Out NES ROM hack would be dope. I think I should do that. That'd be interesting. Something like that. But we'll figure it out. Punch-Out can get you millions of views. See, and that's the thing. Like, I love Punch-Out, but it's like I'm not just doing it for the views. You know what I mean? I'm not just wanting to get millions off of Punch-Out and be like, oh, goodbye, y'all. You know what I mean? Love this series, and I want to discuss it with heartfelt topics and shit. You know what I mean? Heartfelt discussions. More than just the views. What if Saitama Tyson returned in a future Punch-Out game? He better get a new fucking moveset and become his own character, because remember, he is a skin of Tyson, so, or a clone of Tyson where he has all the same moves. So it'd be interesting to see if he has similar moves to Tyson in the next game, but like he mixes it up because he's like, I'm Mr. Dream, baby. I'm better than that Tyson motherfucker. That'd be interesting. I'd like to see it. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe, favorite. Share it with your friends. I noticed your Foo Fighters shirt. It's cool. Oh yeah, my dad loves Foo Fighters, and I like Foo Fighters too. So I think I have more than just this shirt, but I have more Foo Fighters shirts. No, but anyways, like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share it with your friends. And in the comments of this video when it gets uploaded, don't forget this, y'all. What is your favorite Punch-Out game? Who is your favorite fighter in Punch-Out? And what new ideas would you guys want to see in Punch-Out? In the comments, I want to see some Punch-Out comments when this stream goes up. You know what I mean? As an actual video. Let me know all this down below. We can discuss what time we're going to do the interview and when it's going to go live, because I'm super excited. I'm pumped up. I'd like an interview, but I'm not sure when I'd want an interview. That's the thing. We would have to talk about it or something like that. But anyways, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Or should I say, actually, I don't want to be cringe. I don't even know what I want to do for this fucking outro of this video. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I don't know. Okay, let me think of something. I think I got it. Hold on, let me just do. Yeah, let me think of something. Let me think of something. Okay. Take care, Alan. Take care, bro. Let me just. Oh, I got it. I want a new Punch-Out game, baby.